call this meeting to order for the Board of Adjustment for the City of Littleton for Thursday, April 16th, 2015. Can you get a roll call, please?
Board Member Brady.
Present.
Board Member Jenna.
Present.
Board Member Kottmeyer. Board Member Provo. Board Member Rotman. Board Member Rychecki.
Here.
Vice Chair Spencer.
Here.
Do you have a quorum?
All right. I guess first thing on the agenda is the introduction of new members. I think we could just go through everybody really quick and just introduce ourselves.
Sure. Name is Don Jenna. I've been a resident of, as new board member, been a resident of Littleton for about 24 years, and started off many years ago and was married in Littleton, so I got a real good feel about the city and about being a citizen of the community. So really pleased to be here, and it's going to be interesting term.
Welcome.
Jack Rychecki. I'm alternate 2 on this list. My wife and I have lived here with a Littleton address since 1977. At the time, I had just graduated from the University of Colorado. I have really had quite a varied career. I'm an architect, ex-banker, ex-regulator drinking water, ex-municipal bond purveyor for the federal government, lots of things. And we've raised 4 children here, all have attended Heritage, and we really like Littleton.
Well, welcome. My name is John Spencer. I've been here for 9 years, and I'm a landscape architect by trade. And my family and I moved here. We fell in love with this place and called it home ever since.
I'm Stacy Brady. Born and raised in Colorado, grew up in Greenwood Village, and now me and my husband have been here for 2.5 years, and we love it. I'm also an architect, licensed architect. I'm currently the architectural project manager for Richmond Homes, so just home building experience, and I'm happy to be part of this and help my community to be a better place.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you all for your service. I think our next item here is the election of officers, so I'll pass that off to Pam.
Okay, so I would like to end up and entertain some nominations from the board for chair.
I nominate Mr. Spencer, since he's already vice chair.
I second that nomination.
Do we have a vote?
Do we have any other
Discussion?
any other nominations?
The only question I have to ask is, are you willing to serve if elected?
I am.
That's
I
a
am.
key question.
Call for a vote.
Do you have
So I will do the roll call again.
Okay.
Board Member Brady.
Yes.
Board Member Jenna.
Yes.
Board Member Rychecki.
Yes.
Board Member Spencer.
Yes.
Why not?
Unanimous.
Motion carries 4-0.
Second item is we need to nominate a vice chair. So any nominations from the floor?
Question. You've got 2 alternates here acting in place of permanent members. I would assume only permanent members could serve as vice chair.
Correct.
Therefore, I nominate the remaining permanent member.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, so we have a nomination and a second. Any discussion or any other, or there's not a possibility for any other nominations. So any discussion at this time?
Be you willing to do that?
Yes, I would.
Okay, well, let's have a vote.
Board Member Rychecki.
Yes.
Chair Spencer.
Yes.
Board Member Jenna.
Yes.
And Board Member Brady.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0.
Okay, so now we'd like to turn the meeting back over to Chair Spencer.
All right, the next item on the agenda is approval of the minutes from the May 15th, 2014 meeting. I think we all have a copy of that. I guess, Ms. Brady, you were the only one present at that meeting. Do we have any discussion, concerns, changes?
Nope, approved as is.
We have a vote?
Question of order. Since I wasn't present at the meeting, or is it okay that we vote yes or no?
So, the little City of Littleton has videos as our minutes, and so you're voting to approve a video as the minutes based on the certification of the recording secretary, who does review the video to make sure there weren't any malfunctions. So it's a little different than when you would vote to approve minutes because you were there and you know what happened and that the secretary accurately recorded what happened. So I think it's fine for all members of that are seated tonight to go ahead and vote based on the certification of the secretary.
Thank you.
Board Member Brady? Yes.
Yes.
Board Member Jenna?
Yes.
Chair Spencer?
Yes.
Board Member Rychecki?
Yes.
Motion carries with a vote of 4-0 for approval of minutes.
All right, our next item now is our public hearing for variance number 15-082, sign variance for the property located at 5549 South Broadway. Staff, could we start the presentation?
I just presented the board with the list of exhibits for a sign variance for iVive Coffee, located at 5549 South Broadway. 3S Investments LLC, who's the owner of iVive, is requesting a variance to allow an additional logo sign for a new coffee kiosk that's being built. The number of signs are determined by the linear footage, street footage of a property. This property is very narrow. It's only 66 feet long, which would allow for 3 signs and 44 square foot of signage. City Code Section 4-3-2-5D determines the maximum number of signs allowed for use by right. So since this parcel is 151 feet or less of street frontage, it's allowed 3 permanent signs, of which 1 can be a ground sign. City Code 4-3-2-5E determines the maximum sign area permitted, and like I stated previously, that would be 44 square feet of signage. 4-3-4-4 establishes the criteria necessary for approving the variance. So under that, A is there's special circumstances or conditions that would substantially restrict the effectiveness of the sign in question. So very few businesses, with the exception of a few that are downtown Littleton, have a narrower lot width than 66 feet. And staff is not aware of any businesses along Broadway that have a narrower lot width than the 66 feet. B, the variance would be in general harmony with the purpose of this chapter, would not be injurious to the neighborhood in which the business or enterprise to which the applicant desires to draw attention is located. The applicant is proposing an additional logo sign on a canopy of the building. Even though he's requesting 1 more additional sign than what would be normally allowed, all of the proposed signage area will comply with or be less than the maximum amount permitted by the sign code. C, the variance is the minimum one necessary to permit the applicant to reasonably draw attention to his business or enterprise. The proposed 2.5 square foot logo on the building canopy is a modest request for branding rather than attention-getting sign. At this time, does the board have any questions of staff?
I had a quick question. In looking at the detail of the sign, it appears that it may be just a cutout. It's not necessarily a square with the graphic in it. Is that the case?
Okay.
Okay. So it would just be the base with the graphic.
Sir, can we have you come down so that because we are video recording, we need to have you.
I'll introduce Corey Sutton to you at this time, and he can answer that question.
Okay.
Hi there.
Hi, can you please state your name and address, please?
Yeah, Corey Sutton, and my address is 681 Burgundy Street, Unit A, Highlands Ranch.
Okay. And so, yeah, just based on what you said, the sign is really a base with the yellow graphic. There's no actual backdrop for it per se, or a square.
That is correct, yeah.
Okay.
It's what we call is a horizon sign, so it sticks above the canopy.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is illuminated, just so everybody knows.
Yeah, so can you explain kind of how the illumination works?
Yep, so as you see in the picture, does everybody have this? There's this black box behind it is where the electronics are they're internal, so, and protected from rain or any type of elements. It's been looked at by engineering to make sure no wind will push it over if it gets in high excessive winds. So, and that'll cause the illumination. I don't know how the mechanics works of electricity, but yeah, it'll be a yellow sign, and it's within compliance of all the codes for the lighting and all that stuff.
I had a chance to take a look at the properties as being developed right now.
Yes, sir.
And I was kind of curious as to, we're looking at 4 signs, and just was trying to envision where they were going to be located, because part of what was stated here was that you wanted to have some visibility north-south, and the north facing the Broadway traffic coming to the south. South traffic, I don't know where they would pick up the sign, except perhaps maybe the one that's on the east side. So now where are the other 2 signs going to be?
So at what would be the southeast corner of the property, there's a monument sign. It's approximately 8 feet high, and that's our logo. It's a round logo, 4 feet circular. And so that will be the main sign that'll draw any type of attention to us, and we're really happy that we were able to have a monument sign. But it does take away some of the square foot being that we have a small linear feet of frontage property. So, and then the frontage of the building takes the majority of the rest of it, and it's just the iVibe, which is our mark, and then it says iVibe Coffee. So as a franchise, one of our biggest things is trying to let the community know who we are, where we are, and brand ourselves on our signage. In this case, we have to really, really use it wisely. So in terms of trying to get that south and the north branding, we just used as small of a logo as my sign package has. And we think it looks really good. It doesn't take away from any of the businesses nearby, and I think it'll fit in well and improve the community, if you will.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question for staff. Okay. You don't think this is going to create any adverse precedent for adjusting our zoning code on the signs? It won't change the code.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So you're saying that
Is this going to be an adverse precedent?
I don't believe so. A good majority, with the exception of the downtown businesses, have at least 3 signs. There's quite a few that have 4, and there are several that have 5 signs. So I don't believe it'll be adverse.
Okay.
All right, any other questions for the applicant or staff?
Yeah, I actually do about the business. So you said this is a franchise business, so the logo and stuff has been developed and it's in other places, so similar signage, that type of thing?
This is our first location.
Oh, it's going to be, okay.
Yeah, so this is our flagship location. We're excited to have it in Littleton. So we have 4 other locations that are fully funded and in development right now, and a 5th flew in tonight. So when I leave here, we're going to go have a conversation about bringing another one in. And in about 30 days, I'm going to open all my online presence and marketing to try to build the brand throughout Denver. I'm from the Pacific Northwest, Oregon being where I was from, and this model is extremely popular. And so we kind of mimicked other successful companies in Oregon and brought it here, hoping that we could, offer some other variety of coffees to the Denver market.
Yeah. Well, it's a great location. Good luck.
Thank you.
I do have another question. The location of the monument sign, okay, I was just looking again at traffic flow and movement, because you can have people coming in and going out approximately the same area. Mm-hmm. Is that going to cut down on some type of traffic visibility, so that we're going to be creating some type of hazard?
Through the SDP and the building process, the way our location is set up, everybody has to enter from the back of the property. So, and that was for safety reasons. And then when egressing the property, everybody has to do a right-hand turn. So we'll address that using a right-hand turn sign on our property that, keeps the flow of traffic.
Okay, and the monument's going to be on the south side of the property, or?
Yeah, it'll be on the southeast corner is where the monument sign will be.
Because most of the traffic's going to be coming, obviously, from the north.
Yeah, and in developing the sign also, I think code was, in terms of the monument sign, the edge of the top of the sign needs to flow straight down. And so we asked if we could keep the sign looking good, not just a pole, but minimize it for safety reasons. So that was something we asked, if we could thin it up, because you have egress coming out of the pawn shop and a 7-Eleven and things like that, and we wanted our customers to have visibility both ways. Yeah, I'm a firefighter here, and so safety is like one of our biggest concerns as well. Yeah.
I'd also like to add that as part of the sign permit process, the city traffic engineer reviews the location to make sure that there's not any blockage as well.
So if I understand your traffic pattern, somebody coming from the north will enter right in the entrance to the parking lot just south of Key Bank, go to the rear of the property where the parking lot is for the old Safeway, and then turn left and come into your property. Is that correct?
Yeah, I believe I understand you correctly. Northbound traffic will go past the Key Bank, take a left, and then they will come around, enter from the
Probably
rear.
meant southbound traffic. But you're going to have to
I'm
make
sorry.
No, you corrected me, and I appreciate it. So anyways, customers to your shop are going to have to at least enter the parking lot area around Key Bank, go to their past Key Bank, go over the old Safeway was, turn into your property, and then egress on a right-hand turn only out.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are you going to have some type of pointers or direction to be able to get into, your property from the backside?
Yeah, we will. So we're looking at developing that right now. Just type of directional sign, small. And with the traffic running south, they can enter between Key Bank and our property, which is pretty convenient. And all of our numbers and all of our statistics and analytics came from southbound only, so we feel confident that people hopefully won't make any type of bad decisions trying to go against traffic laws or anything, but yeah.
So the extra direction signage is not involved with what with any of the signage requirements that we have here?
No.
No? Okay.
Well, we do have a section in the code that talks about directional signage, and that's limited to if it's under 7 square feet, then they can have an enter sign and exit sign. So that's all addressed in the sign code as well.
But this variance is just to allow another, basically, a logo sign for visibility purposes.
Correct.
An
So he would
additional
be
sign.
allowed by code 3 signs. He's asking for 1 logo sign one additional logo sign.
Yeah, I just
So
wanted
he'll
to
have-
make sure that we weren't going over that square footage limitation that...
Correct.
and that
He's
we were
not
looking for
exceeding
another
the square
variance.
footage limitation.
Okay.
Have any other questions for staff or the applicant?
No.
Is there anybody else here to speak for or against? Doesn't look like it.
There was no one on the roster.
I don't see anybody here, so I will close the public hearing portion and open it up for internal discussion for the board.
Well, I was at the site today, took pictures, which I showed you on my tablet.
Yes, thank you.
South Broadway is not cluttered with signage. I support this as, necessary for commerce.
Sure.
And I think for a young company, the branding is important and being able to be visual, because Broadway is a busy corridor and a lot going on. And I think that, and then the fact that he's going to be under the allowed square footage still,
Yeah.
it's a small sign. It's helping build his, business in Littleton. So I think I'm for it.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that area is very busy as well, and trying to get something so that you can catch people's eye as they whip on by and paying attention to many other things that are going on right there. I think it makes sense to pass this.
I so move.
Okay. Do we have a second?
Second.
Sir, wait, excuse me. Can I just make sure that your motion is including the findings that were included in the packet, because we need you to make 3 findings to grant this variance.
Yes, ma'am, you may.
Thank you.
Can we read the motion?
Okay, I'll restate it. I move that we approve the variance on the basis of the 3 recommendations made in the packet.
Do we need to state those?
I'll just refer for the record that it's the 3 findings of fact included in the proposed motion in the council or in the board communication.
Thank you.
Okay. We have a second?
I second it.
We have a vote? Yes.
Board Member Rychecki,
Aye.
Board Member Jenna,
Yes.
Vice Chair Brady.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Is there any other unscheduled things that anybody has to discuss? Hearing none, I will close this meeting.